my dudes, it is the final season here at Crystal Palace where we line up against the newly promoted Reading in our first match of the season. Let's get into it, my dudes. Before we get into today's episode, why don't you go ahead and leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment down below. Well, it is the season start where we're going up against newly promoted Reading. It should be fun. After that, we're playing Aston Villa, who are projected to finish one place lower than us in the league. So one match we should win, and one match that should be pretty evenly matched. It should be a good time. If you missed it in the last episode, let us go over what we done. We brought in a couple players. We didn't really do much in terms of sending players out. There wasn't a ton of offers. We had some offers for Elise that didn't really amount to anything. We had some offers for Tyreek Mitchell that didn't amount into anything. And I think one offer for Gahey that didn't amount to anything. So here we go. We really didn't spend a ton of money. We spent the ton of money on one player that's going to be a backup option. Well, looking at this part, we've spent we spent money on one player, but we've actually spent money on two players. So starting it off, we've got a new right wing in Adazili. Signed him for really cheap. How much? $3 million. I'm excited about this guy. I think he's going to be a really good right wing for us. He's going to start over Youssef Demir on most days. I don't think he's going to start there today, but we may start him. I'm not 100% sure. He's 3.5 star potential. Looks just to be a solid player. You know, I think it's definitely a good option for our last season. We've signed a new backup goalkeeper, signed him for free from Barcelona. 3-star player, 4-star potential, and that is Pena. Looks really good. Like, I would be really excited about having this guy like in a save. You know, we spent money on Bursic, but if I could have known that I could have got Pena for a free like in a year, I honestly might not would have spent that money. You know, it's one of those situations, but I do think he's a good goalkeeper. Luis Benito, he's a left wing option for us. You know, he's going to be the backup to Tyreek Mitchell. We have Joel Bagan, but I would like another option there. So this is why we picked him up for $600K. Probably spent a little bit too much money on him, but it'll be okay. And then we spent some money on Lewis O'Brien. He's another midfield option, English-born, 3-star player, 3.5-star potential. He just really doesn't have many weaknesses in his game. You know, he can play as our box-to-box. He can play as our ball-winning midfield. If we need him to play as a playmaker, he can do that as well. I just like him. I think the versatility of this guy is really, really good for us. And then I believe we purchased one more player. And there he is. Mirash Kumbula, we purchased from Roma for 13 mil. So we did spend up some money on him. I really like this guy in the air. Like, there's one thing about this guy's game that I do not like. He's just really slow, isn't he? But I think he's going to be pretty good for us. His value's already skyrocketed up to 36 mil to 41 mil. I just think he's going to be a good, solid player for us. He was what I was wanting, and we found him. You know, he's just a little bit on the slow side. He will be getting the start today. And I think, honestly, I don't want to just play him as a no-nonsense center back. Just stay back. I don't want you to take many risks. You're slow. You can get beat, and it's a bit scary. So this is what they want us to put out. I've got two questions about this side right now. Do we start Adazili over Demir for the first match? And do we start Mafi over Edward for the first match? I think we don't. I think we keep this lineup the same. We got Bursic in goal, back four of Caligari, Anderson, Kumbula, Mitchell. In the midfield, Kakarek, Richie. Right-hand side, Adazili. In the middle, Elise. Left-hand side, Mavididi. And up top, Edward. I know it's probably a little bit controversial, but Mavididi was the signing of the season last year. He was our top player of the season last year. Hell, he won the Premier League signing of the season. That's why he's starting over Eze. Eze is a 3.5-star player. Mavididi's a 3-star player, but Mavididi freaking rocked the world last year. Set it on fire, and we're going to hope for that again. I know that I'll probably get comments for not starting Gahey over Kumbula, but Gahey's just been so hit or miss. There's games where he looks really good, and then there's just matches where he looks really, really bad, doesn't he? And I think it's just better not to have him on there, because he's going to be our backup right back in this match, and he'll be a backup center back. So there is a good chance that he will come in. I thought he looked really good at right back when we've played him there in the past. And yeah, I just think it's a good move for us. I really do. I think this is a good move going forward. And we'll see how it goes. I mean, we could get beat by the newly promoted team that's supposed to finish in relegation. That's projected to finish last in the table is what I'm trying to say. We could get beat by them. You know, this Crystal Palace side, well, they're not very consistent. They've never been consistent. The first year, we wasn't good. Second year, we looked really good at times, and then we looked really bad at times. We're going to hopefully try to find the even area and just have a good season. Nothing crazy. We want to concentrate on Europe this year. I know we're starting off in the league right now, but the rest of the going forward, I believe it'll be a lot more of the European matches that we'll be going up against. We're going to find out who we get in the group draw for the Europa League in today's episode after the second match. It should be a good time. I'm hoping we get a winnable group, a group that we can move on. That'd be the best thing. Through the first 15 minutes, we've looked pretty good. We got 15 or 14 shots, 7 on target, XG of 0.97. We just haven't had any highlights. Everybody's looking good. We're getting good quality stuff out here. Elise sending this into the box. And that goes out for a corner, my dudes. Let's see if we can get something out of this. We're going to zoom in a little bit and see what we find. We send it into Kumbula. He is a big lad out there, isn't he? Look at how big he is. Like, I think he's like 6. Well, how tall is he? We'll look at it after this highlight is over. I mean, hey, I love it. How big are you? Kumbula, how tall are you? I feel like he was really tall. Okay, he's just 6'3". Thought he was like 6'4", 6'5". I don't know why I thought that. I just seen how good he was in the air, and I assume he's just a massive lad. I mean, he's pretty big, but he's not just outrageously huge like I thought he was. Mitchell now on the left-hand side beats his man, hits it into the box to Mavididi. Mavididi finished those last year. Hey, we're looking good so far. The two corners that we've seen, we looked really threatening. That shot looked really threatening. This is a good match so far. We've just got to capitalize on this and not go down here because we're not finding the back of the net. Richie in possession. Richie has signed a new contract. He's now an important player, and I'm okay with that, really. Edward wins just another corner. Hey, we're looking good. We just got to get it in the back of the net, my dudes. Come on now. Did we get one here? Elise sends us in looking for Edward, and no, we don't find one there. I'm going to look at the set pieces before the second half starts and see how we're looking on those. I'm just not going to do it quite yet. We got a free kick. Elise's taking it, trying to send that in. It looked like he was going for Mavididi. It wasn't really nice. It wasn't a good free kick. Mavididi sends that out for a goal kick. We've got to find the back of the net. We really do. It's one of those matches where you're just dominating, but Reading is doing just enough to keep us out. And now they're building from the back. I would like to see us get this back, and Anderson does. Plays that to Richie. Mavididi turns. He shoots. He gets his first of the season to put us up 1-0. Hey, let's go, my dudes. Mavididi on a roll again. I love this guy. Like this guy. Mavididi is my dude so far on FM22. He's just absolutely killed it for us. Good stuff. I mean, Anderson coming forward to get that. Richie playing that out to Mavididi, and Mavididi having enough confidence to turn, shoot, and bury that shot. Excellent stuff. That's right. You go celebrate, bud. You deserve it. We got 1 minute of added time, and, well, that 1 minute of added time is over. We're dominating this match. We should be up 2-0 according to XG. We've got 27 shots, 15 on target, XG of 2.07. 2 shots for Reading, 1 on target, and XG of 0.11. Before we get into the locker room, I want to go ahead, take a look. Okay, so, I mean, like, I would honestly prefer that. Like, I really don't care about sending it into Edward. I mean, he's strong. I mean, we know he's strong, but I think we do that right there. That way we have both of our guys on the near post, and we're aiming for that near post. I think that's a better option for us. Okay, we've got him. So basically the same thing here, right? Let's go ahead and do that. I think that's what we do going forward. We have our two big guys. Hey, go ahead. Talk to the team. We're capable of better. Like, we up 2-0, my dudes. We're absolutely destroying Reading right now. Let's get into the second half. Hey, Cacaret on a card. We've got to note that. And that might mean that Radoval comes in. Elise, I wouldn't mind taking off the pitch as well at some point. He usually gets pretty tired. Mavadidi's another one that you can consider. But we'll figure out what we want to do. Kumbula sends that out. He's looking good from corners, isn't he? He's going to be a real good scorer for us from the corner position, I feel like, this season. Elise sending this into the box. He takes it himself. And I felt like we could have a real opportunity there that we just didn't quite finish on. Mitchell brings that down for the end of that highlight. Okay, it's time to make some changes. I am going to go ahead and take Cacaret off. He's going to be the only change right now. And the only reason why we're making that change is just because he's a little bit tired. And he's got a card. I don't want him to get, in any more trouble than what he already is. So that'll be the first change. We're going to wait a little bit for our second and third because I want to see what happens. I'm not sold on anybody taking him out yet. Elise's looking the more promising one. Him and Mavididi. I don't know what to do with this position. We're going to bring in Eze. He's going to come in the middle. And honestly, I think I'm going to bring Gahey on the right-hand side, drop him back to a defend role just to try securing this lead a little bit because as dominating as we have been, it's only 1-0, and they could hit us with a counterattack and go ahead. So, guys, we had 41 freaking shots in this match, 20 on target, an XG of 2.99. We was threatening today. We got to start finding the back of the net, though. That is for sure. We've got 3 minutes of added time, and we're going to get out of here, hopefully, with the victory. The full 3 points we do. I'm really happy with how the squad played. But 1-0, it feels a little bit... I feel like we could have done a lot better than 1-0, but I am happy that we won the match. Kambula, best performer, 8.9. I said it, he looked really good from corners. Like, I feel like he had a couple opportunities today that could have resulted in goals. Like, I felt like some of his opportunities was some of the best opportunities to be had. But a good start right off the bat. 1-0 victory against the newly promoted Reading. You can't beat starting the season off with a win. That's good news. We're still going up against Aston Villa, who won their match next. And it shouldn't be, I don't think it'll be an easy match. I don't think it'll be as easy as this one. Just seeing what we got here. Fulham is still looking at Mitchell. That's fine. They can keep looking. He doesn't want to come. But I'm excited about this team after that performance. Well, I took a look at Aston Villa, who won their previous match 3-2 over Leicester, so they can score. But they also allowed some goals as well. So hopefully we can get it on track on actually getting goals in the back of the net this time against them. I mean, not anything has really happened, so I think this is the lineup we're going to put out there today. We're going to bring Demir in on that right-hand side instead of Adazili because, well, Adazili, he looked okay. I mean, hey, put out a pretty good rating. We'll be real. Put out a pretty good rating. But I want to see Demir. Demir's still going to be a pretty important player on this team. So I want to see that. I'm debating some other stuff as well. I'm really considering putting Mafi up top. We're going to give Mafi a start. Bursic in goal. Back four of Caligari, Anderson, Kumbula, and Mitchell. Midfield of Cacaret, Ritchie. Right-hand side, Demir. In the middle, Elise. Left-hand side, Mavididi up top. It's Mafi. And honestly, we're going to go ahead and change up our corners. I didn't do it still. I want that. And then I want that. That way our near post is our guys that are really good in the air. And hopefully we find the back of the net today, especially starting off like that. Instead of aiming toward Edward, we're aiming toward Kumbula and the other guy, Anderson. And then on the other side, you've got Mafi, who's really good in the air. So I think we can win this match. I really do. We're both very similar in terms of season preview. I think we're sitting 13th in season preview. They're 14th in season preview. So not going to be easy. Not going to be easy. I'm not saying that. But I do think it's a winnable match for us. So let's get it on. We get the first shot. Hey, it's okay. This is fine. We're not going to put up 40 shots against this team like we did against the newly promoted Reading. But we're going to hopefully get a goal out of this match at least, Hey. I do want to take a look at something on this Aston Villa team when they take a break. The next break, I'm going to take a look at it. Kumbula plays this over to Anderson, who quickly moves that toward Mavididi. We got Mafi. He played it out left-hand side. Crosses back into Mavididi. Back to Mafi. They're playing back and forth. Mavididi takes the shot. Freaking love this guy. Dude, it's his second goal of the season already. He's got both of our goals this season. 1-0. I mean, Mafi was pretty creative in that play as well, wasn't he? I really liked him playing it back like that. Goes back to Mafi, back to Mavididi, who takes a good shot. Just buries it. Good stuff by Mavididi. He just continues. Like, I feel really bad for Eze. We signed Mavididi as a backup, and he's been so much better than I wouldn't say so much better, but he has definitely been better than Eze. I wanted to take a look. Okay, I was wondering if that's who that was. We kept getting recommended to sign him, and I ultimately didn't want to do it. He wasn't as good in the air as I was hoping he would be, so that's why we got Kumbula, who's been lightening up these past 2 matches. Both matches, he's putting out an average rating of above 7. So last one, 8.9? Right now, he's got a 7.1. You know, if he gets a goal in this match from a corner, hey, look out. He might have a really good rating as well. We've got 1 minute of added time. We're playing it around a little bit, just kind of taking our time. Kumbula holds up play here and plays us back to Anderson. Kakarek to Anderson. Richie now. I would like to go up 2-0 at half, but we've got to start moving the ball forward a little bit instead of this right here. Okay. Are we going to do anything with this highlight? Like, this is an odd little highlight. We could have started at this point right here instead of 30 minutes of us passing back and forth between center backs. Caligari hits it into Demir. First goal of the season by him, Caligari on the assist. 2. I keep hitting my desk. I apologize. 2-0. Let's go. I talk a lot with my hands. I know you guys can't see it, but like I'm constantly, like you'll see me moving, and I am talking with my hands, and they're excited right now. Hitting the desk. 2-0. Caligari with I mean, that was pretty bad by the goalkeeper there. He's got to stop that, doesn't he? Hey, I'm happy with it. Keep making mistakes like that. We're happy. We've only got 6 shots this match, 2 on target, but I'm really happy with what we're doing out there. Hey, you know, we get another goal. We're looking good. I want to check this out. So we've got, okay, we're extremely high tempo. I mean, okay. I just wanted to check the tactic out a little bit because it felt like the tempo was pretty low on that last highlight between Anderson and Kumbula. But it is what it is. I'm okay with it. It resulted in a goal. That's all you can ask for. That is all you can ask for. Former Derby County player Stacy there on the ball. We had him in our save on Derby County for a little bit, and we didn't keep him very long, but he was a pretty solid player for us. We're really lucky it's not 2-1 at this point, because that was pretty poor by our defense. It's been the first time I've been really disappointed in our defense. Mitchell does a good job just getting that back to Bursic and just Bursic clearing it forward. I mean, you had people back you could have played it into instead of just bombing it like that, bud. But okay, you do you. Bursic does a good job there, doesn't he? Okay, now the highlight ends. Thank you, Lord. That was a little bit scary, Larry. Those past 2 highlights, a little bit scary. We're doing good, though. We're doing fine. I'm happy with what we're doing. You know, 60 minutes in, we're still up 2-0. They've got a little bit more chances on the XG, but it's not really enough to note. And I think this has been a really solid performance. We're probably taking Mavididi out today. I'm not sure who else. I probably honestly need to go ahead and make subs. I just didn't realize how far we was into the match. I'm looking at taking Mavididi out, giving him a break and bringing Eze in. I'm not sure what else we do at that point. Oh, God. Bless. That was scary. Okay, pause the game, Brack. We got to make changes, bud. Okay, so we said take Mavididi out, right? I know he's got a goal and he's played really well for us, but we're going to make that change. Elise, I'm taking out as well. I really don't want to, but I'm going to. I'm going to move Richie up, and then we're going to bring in Boudier for 2 changes, and then we're going to go ahead and make our third option, our third change here. Benito coming in the match as well for Mitchell. You know, I waited a little bit too late. We're bringing on some fresh bodies. I'm going to drop some praise on the boys. They've played good today. I mean, this episode's been a really good episode for us so far. Say that. I mean, Aston Villa's getting a little bit creative on us, ain't they? We may want to go ahead and it's getting close to time that I feel comfortable doing this. We're going to start lowering the tempo down a little bit. Turn some time wasting on. And I'm just going to do that. Slow the pace down, hold shape, regroup, and we're going to lower our lines a little bit as well. Not nothing drastically, but enough to try helping out a little bit to get out of this match, because they are starting to create some opportunities that are scaring me a little bit. We've got the ball in this one, though. Okay, we had it. We got it back again. Back and forth. Boudier plays that to Mafi. Demir, he's got Caligari on the right-hand side, who's got a ton of space, and Caligari's a great player for us. I feel like at some point during the save, he could be one of our top players. Richie doesn't really do too much with that, does it? We got 3 minutes of added time. Let's get out of here, my dudes. Sitting third. Hey, 2 up, 2 down, baby. Get that victory. Caligari was our best performer with an 8.3, but I've been really impressed with Kumbula. I know we didn't see many corners today. We only had 4, but in the last match, hey guys, he looked dominant from those corners. So hopefully that continues. The squad, the back 4 has held up. We've had 2 clean sheets in our first 2 matches. That is good news. But you know what? This episode is not over yet. It's not, because we got a group draw coming up on September 1st. So I'm gonna get to that point, see what we got here just before we go. But yeah, I'm gonna get to that point, and then we'll be back to see who we're going to play in the Europa League. Before we do the group draw, there is something that I wanted to discuss. If you guys remember, I usually give the number 20 to my favorite player, or the player that I think is the best on the team. And once again, we have done that. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I can't remember who it was. Was it Mavididi? I think it was Mavididi that's now wearing the number 20 kit. Let's see here. Yeah, Mavididi. Mavididi is now wearing the number 20. So that's a thing that I've been doing since I watched one of Zealand's videos. It was, I think it was titled like "What It Is Like to Be a YouTuber," or something along those lines. So if you want to figure out the reason, you can go there and give his channel some support. But yeah, I meant to do it this season or this save, and I've totally forgot about it, to be honest with you. So I'm glad I remembered before the end. So Mavididi wearing the number 20 for our final season here at Crystal Palace. And enough talk about numbers. It is time for the group draw. Let's go ahead and get into it. Where are we seated at? Are we like a third? Okay, so we're a third seed. So who do we want in the first seeds? So we don't want Chelsea. I don't want Leipzig. I mean, we're going over the teams that we would prefer to play against. I mean, Lask and Wolfsburg would probably be my options. Maybe Braga. Second seeds, I'd like. I don't know. I'm a bit confused too, because I didn't have the name fix on this save, so it's kind of hard for me to realize who are some of these teams. So let's go ahead and get this started. See which group we want to be in. So Group C is definitely one. Group D I could take, not Group E. Group G, I think you could throw Group H in there as well with Braga. C, okay. I'm interested in that one still. D, I'm still interested in. E, I'm just not interested in it. That one looks bad, doesn't it? Okay, H would be fun playing Celtic, wouldn't it? So we get Group A against Sporting and Red Star. I mean, I think we have a good chance to move out of that. I think out of those 3 teams, we can compete with second for that. Definitely agree with that. Let's go ahead and see who the 4th one is. Spartak Moscow. Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent group. We've got one team in there that I don't think we can beat. And the rest, I think we're going to be moving on, my dudes. I think we got a good opportunity to make it to some of these knockout rounds. Hopefully have a good season upcoming. And now I guess we can simulate one day to see when these matches are coming in, to know when we're coming back. Okay, continue. I've clicked it. Here we go. So, yeah, I think what we'll do is, I mentioned it before, we're going to focus on the Europa League stuff this season. I'm not really going to focus on the league. That one episode that today's episode will probably be one of the very few league episodes, unless we get knocked out of the Europa League. So probably what we'll do is we'll come back with Red Star in tomorrow's episode and Sporting. So, and then the next episode will be Spartak and Spartak, Red Star, and then Sporting again after that. So we're going to play all the group stage matches on screen, but there's not going to be, it's just going to be back-to-back matches on screen of them. We'll be playing matches off screen to get that solved. I think that's the best way just going forward through this season, because we focused on the league, and Well, I'm kind of done with it, to be honest with you. Well, let me know in the comments what you thought about our group stage. Do you think we have a good opportunity of making it out of this and into the knockout rounds? I think we do. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below. And as always, my dudes, thank you for watching.